Hello. Today we are talking about an important character sketch of Prabharani from Chaman Nahal's novel Azadi. Prabharani is the wife of Lala Kashiram. She is one of the most appealing female character of the novel Azadi. He attracts attention because of her simplicity, truthfulness, sincerity, and devotion. She was devoted wife of Lala Kashiram. She loved her husband. She was married to him at the age of 13. She was 2 years younger to her husband. Lala Kashiram came to Sialkot with Prabharani from the present parental village, Sambhiriyal. Luck smile on Lala Kashiram, and he became a renowned grain merchant of the city Sialkot. She admired her husband. She was taught several things from her husband. Lala Kashiram was a regular reader of the Urdu newspaper. At the time of his reading newspaper, Prabharani kept silence. Even Arun was not permitted to make a noise. She had an air to of pride for her husband. For wasn't her Lalaji the most learned man in the whole neighborhood? Wasn't he an avatar of Vishnu so far as she was concerned? Prabharani and her husband Lala Kashiram were leading in ideal and perfect conjugal life. They were happy in their home. They had son. They had a son and Arun and daughter Madhubala. Her husband was worried about imminent partition of the nation. She was housewife, but she shared the burden of and emotions of her husband. She was somewhat disappointed when all he said was, Arun's mother, I am worried about the announcement the victory might make. You know that won't happen. Gandhi would never agree to division of the country. You have told that to me all along. Prabharani was a devoted housewife. She involves in domestic works of her husband in her home. She was aware of the name of Gandhi. She had put her hope on Gandhi's spiritual strength. She told her husband that Gandhi would certainly solve the issue of the partition. Gandhi and had meanwhile asserted that he would never accept the creation of Pakistan. They had even bought land. They were thinking of to build a house, but in the changed circumstances, they were thinking about their future. The son of Prabharani was regularly going to college. He told her that the Pakistan will certainly came to existence. She had faith on sanity of political leadership, but Arun was realistic, and he was in touch with the Muslim people. Prabharani, like other Hindu women of the locality, was desperately waiting for the announcement of victory of 3rd June 1947. It much awaited announcement was made by the Viceroy. The Viceroy announced for the partition. It was endorsed by Nehru, Jinnah, and Balwant Singh. After the declaration of Pakistan, Prabharani apprehended for her life. She was worried about the little world, her husband and her son. Sialkot was Muslim-dominated city. The Muslim people of Sialkot wanted to celebrate the creation of the Pakistan. The Hindu were horrified by this sudden development, but they were helpless. The Muslim organizers of the victory processions wanted to pass their procession through Hindu mohalla. They wanted to create psychological terror to Hindu men and women. Prabha Rani was the silent observer of such a terrible situation. She knew that Ishar Kaur was pregnant and running in their crucial fourth month. She immediately rushed towards Ishar Kaur took her home to take rest. At that time, the sky was filled with many echoes of Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. The situation of Sialkot deteriorated day by day. Every night, the Hindu mohallas were raided by the and burned down by the Muslim rioters. One day, the store of Lala Kashiram was looted. His friend Chaudhry Barkat Ali came to him and told that his home and mohalla had been targeted. Prabharani and Lala Kashiram decided to take shelter in the refugees camp. They were accompanied by the tenants of Bibi Amarvati. In the refugee camp, Prabharani shelters herself in the tent house. After coming to refugee camp, she received the tragic news for her daughter's death. Madhu and her husband were killed by the Muslim rioters when coming to Sialkot. This news was delivered to her husband Lala Kashiram by Dr. Chandra Bhan and his wife. Dr. Bhan and his wife delivered this news to Prabharani and Lala Kashiram in a very humorous way. This news shocked her beyond control. She did not utter a single word. Arun watched his mother. She did not cry. She started at Dr. and Mrs. Bhan in dismay, but she shed no tears. Arun was astonished to see the mother's condition. He was also shocked, but he feared that she might face some serious trouble. The tears had left her eyes. She kept herself aloof from people. She did not talk with the people. Even she did not talk with her husband. At last, Arun tried to console her. Ma, I am sure this is only a rumor. They were idiots to have come and surprise us like this. I am sure Madhu is alive and will soon hear from her, but these words did not give comfort to Prabharani. She had observed that the bad omens of for the few days she had been doing her domestic works, but without interest. Her heart had felt some unknown fear. She told Lala Kashiram, a mother's heart need to no confirmation. I am quite sure my daughter is gone. Lala Kashiram felt relieved when she talked with her. Earlier, she did not utter a single word because of the terrible shock. At last, Lala Kashiram permitted Arun to go to his friend Chaudhry Barkat Ali's home to confirm the news of Madhu's death. Arun was accompanied by Suraj Prakash. Prabharani was not in favor of Arun's going to Sialkot. She did not want to lose her son. She did not have faith on Muslim people. The love of mother spontaneously gushed out for the safety of her son. She objected to Lala Kashiram's decision to send Arun to Sialkot. She said, "Why are you sending your son to death? Madhu is gone. You want Arun to go too. He cannot bring Madhu back." Aishar Kaur lost her husband Niranjan Singh before her journey to India. Prabharani comforted her during the moment of her crisis. She helped her in every way. When they were coming from the Amritsar to Delhi, Aishar Kaur felt and labor pain. Once again, Prabharani controlled the situation along with the Bibi Amarvati. Ishwar Kaur gave birth of a female child. Prabharani helped to her in every way. In Delhi railway station, Ishwar Kaur separated from Prabharani. Sardar Teja Singh met their known people from Sardar. Delhi, Shahadra, Delhi. She cried too much before their separation. Kaishar Kaur remained grateful to Prabha Rani and Lala Kashiram. Prabha Rani considered Bibi Amarvati and Sunanda Bala as the member of her own family. She had lost her own daughter at the hands of Muslim, but she did not have the grudge the Muslim going off to Pakistan. She felt sorry for the death of the Gandhi, for her Mahatma Gandhi was a saint, and his death should be mourned. Prabharani is the true embodiment of Indian womanhood. She was devoted wife. She remained truthful to her duty. Her character had sincerity. She was a dutiful wife and beautiful mother. Thank you.